Heading to Bavaria, the drive out of our village is truly spectacular this time of year. But of course, the Alps are always spectacular. As we drive south, the scenery gets more dramatic and winter-like as we approach the Alps. I never get tired of this drive, no matter how many times I've been here. Even though our final destination is in Germany, we still have to cross over into Austria for a short time. We must stop and get a vignette to drive in Austria. And boy, are the lines long to purchase fuel. Fuel is cheaper here, and therefore many drivers make sure to fill up either right before or right after they cross the border.
Hello everyone, this is the Austrian vignette. So whenever you drive into Austria, in order to use their highways, you have to purchase this. You put it on the windshield of your car, and then for a certain amount of time, you can drive on the highways in that country. Now, many countries in Europe have these. For example, here in Austria, also Slovenia, I believe Croatia, Switzerland, and Italy too, I think. They all have a combination of vignettes or tolls that you have to pay to drive on their highways. This one is for 10 days, so I purchased it today, so that means for the next 10 days we can drive this vehicle in Austria, and it was €9.50. There are different prices in different countries. In Germany, we do not have to purchase one of these, so you can drive through the German Autobahn and you don't have to pay a toll or purchase a vignette. So that's why the Autobahns in Germany are very crowded, because people from other countries, if they're driving around, if they can avoid, for example, France, which has a lot of tolls and it's very expensive, if they can avoid France by driving through Germany, they'll do it. So we tend to get a lot of international travel on the German Autobahn. So here's the vignette. I'm gonna put it on the windshield. We can drive through Austria.
Driving through Lermoos, Austria, which sits at the foot of the Zugspitze, this mountain straddles the Austrian and Bavarian border and is the highest point in Germany. The passion here is skiing, and if you've ever skied in Austria, you know what I'm talking about. Just a few kilometers down the road, after we cross back into Bavaria, is our destination village of Grainau, which is directly below the Zugspitze and is just a stone's throw away from the well-known resort town of Garmisch-Partenkirchen. We like staying in Grainau because it is beautiful, has some great places to eat, it's a little less hectic than Garmisch, and has its own gondola to take you up the mountain. If you prefer more lively evenings, Garmisch may be more of your cup of tea. But after a day of skiing or hiking, I'm usually too tired for much more than dinner, a beer or two, and hitting the bed early. From our apartment in Grainau, we hiked approximately 3 kilometers to the Eibsee. Along the way, we walked past the Bavaria, which is a beautiful crystal clear lake full of hungry trout and ducks. The Eibsee sits in a rocky landscape at an altitude of 1,000 meters. It's about 2.5 kilometers long, 850 meters wide, and it's about 32 meters deep at its deepest point. It is believed that the lake was created by a giant rock fall. With its crystal clear turquoise waters, it is one of the most beautiful lakes I've ever seen. The Ehrenberg Castle ruins complex, set on a high mountain overlooking Tyrol and Bavaria. Construction started in 1296, and construction and reconstruction on the castle have almost never stopped since it first began. The castle has changed hands several times and has been the center of many battles. Protestants, Catholics, Tyrols, Bavarians, Swedes, Saxons have all controlled or tried to control Ehrenberg at one time or another. The current historical redevelopment and reconstruction has been going on by passionate historians since 1971. All right, so here we are at the Ehrenberg Castle ruins, and a little while ago I crossed that suspension bridge over to the other side of the mountain, across that valley, which the Autobahn runs down now. And I'm not gonna lie, going across that bridge, especially the first time, it was a little exciting, a little sporty. It bounced quite a bit, and I got a little nervous for a bit, but made it over fine. Took some pictures. Hopefully you'll see some of those soon. And on the way back, it was much easier. I'm not sure why, maybe because I'd already done it once. But yeah, so highly recommend it if you are in the Tyrol here in Austria, near the town of Reutte, not far from the Bavarian border of Germany. If you're in the area, I highly recommend stopping here. These castle ruins, Ehrenberg, very fascinating. There's a lot of construction and reconstruction and repair and digging going on, going through the old ruins. Very interesting. Highly recommend you make a stop here and visit. The Lechfalls near Füssen is a small man-made waterfall. It was created by a 7-meter high dam with 5 tiers. The waterfall is quite popular for the beautiful views and the clear water which flows into the small gorge. From here, it is an easy 1.5 kilometer walk to the city of Füssen, which serves as a base for many visitors to the famous castles of Bavaria. Some travelers visit Füssen only as a place to sleep while visiting King Ludwig's castles, and do not spend much time actually exploring the city itself. This is unfortunate, because Füssen is a travel destination in its own right, and some even call it the soul of Bavaria. Füssen is either the start or the finish, depending on which way you're driving, of Germany's romantic road that stretches from here to Würzburg. With 700 years of history, enchanting buildings, and dramatic views of the Alps, travelers should plan enough time to adequately visit this beautiful town. Thanks for joining us on our visit to Bavaria and Tyrol. We hope you enjoyed this report from our adventure. Be sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more travel adventures. Share in the comments your experiences from Bavaria and Tyrol.